First up is Selectman Stenick, or former Selectman Stenick, in the room or thereabouts?
No, did you have a pet today?
There's a doggy here somewhere.
Let's see where Sherry is.
I didn't see her.
If not, no, she's on her way. I believe she's on her way. She's en route, as I understand it. So if it's okay with my fellow selectmen, we'll take that out of order and move on to the next item. We have special guests here today. Not quite sure, yeah, obviously. The Fairfield Giants cheerleading team that is fresh from winning the Southern Connecticut Championship, the State of Connecticut Championship, and the New England Regional Championship, and placing 5th in the National Championship down in Florida. Was that at Disney World? Yeah. Very good. All right. And we have some special recognition and some certificates. And I think as much as we normally read these from behind, why don't we get out in front of our table? And that might make it easier for us to do the handoff.
Whatever you want to do.
Jerry, you're not going to like this because it's going to make it tougher to do. Or maybe we can figure out how to do it here. What we're going to do is we've got a certificate for each of you to say congratulations from the entire town of Fairfield on a great effort. And we know it takes a lot of hard work on the cheerleading side. I had to participate in the football program for a number of years. And I know that the cheerleaders all seem to be working harder than the football players. And for a lot longer. And your trip to Florida certainly bears out how good you were and how hard you worked at all this. So I think that's great recognition for you, a great skill set. A big thank you to your coaches, because I know they work just as hard and have been involved in this program for years in order to get good enough to help you girls get to Florida. So we're thrilled. Thank you for honoring our town and making us proud. And what we're going to do is ask you to come on up, because we'd all like to shake your hands, and we ask you to stay up here, so perhaps if any of these cameras would like to take your photo after, you'd all be up there. Is that okay? Okay, so I'm going to try and take these one at a time. Why don't you get over there and see how we do this. Bigger. We'll start with this. All right. Samantha Epperson. Samantha, welcome. Come on up. All right. Congratulations. All right.
Congratulations, Samantha.
And here's your certificate. All right. If you just stay up here, Samantha. And then Jillian Heatherman. Jillian, congratulations. All right.
Congratulations, Jillian.
Congratulations, Jillian.
And here's your certificate. Oh, thank you very much.
Here.
Those are the coaches. Hannah Landsberg. All right, Hannah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's your certificate.
Congratulations, Hannah.
Congratulations, Hannah.
And Cassie Llewellyn. I know your dad.
We
There
all
you go,
know
Cassie.
that.
Congratulations, Cassie.
Congratulations, Cassie.
All right. Joanna Moomjian. How'd I do?
Good.
All right, congratulations. There you go.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Joanna.
Congratulations, Joanna.
All right. Michaela Murdoch. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very Irish. All right.
Congratulations, Michele.
Congratulations, Michele.
Gianna Polito. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go. Come on over here. There you go.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Juliana Scholz. All right. I coached your brother in football.
All right. Congratulations, Juliana.
Congratulations, Juliana.
There you go. And Haley Seapot. Seapot. My dad coached your granddad. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Juliana.
And Teddy Tarzelli. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Teddy.
Again. All right. And then to to several of the key people who made this all happen. Michele Scholz, one of the coaches, and thank you. And I know you've put in years in the Pop Warner program. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, Michele.
Congratulations.
And Nancy Polito. Nancy, thank you for all your volunteer time, and I know it takes lots and lots of hours at the most inconvenient times. Now you can go back to having dinner with the family. Lori Moonjian. Thank you for all the time you put in and all the effort. And Chris Polito. Congratulations. Thanks for crossing the gender line here. All right. Did we get the pictures taken? I don't know if there's a wide angle big enough, but at least we can get the girls. I wonder if we can get...
What
Can
if
we
you
get-
put the children up front
Yeah.
and put the adults in the
Can-
back?
Michele,
That's
could...
what I was thinking.
The cheerleaders, they don't have to line up.
Okay.
Chris,
There you go.
put the
There's a
adults
good-
And then let's move in here and back, and then let the, and coaches come on in close too, so you're in the shot.
Oh, there you go. First row. There we go. There you go. Okay, smile. Look up.
Everybody look up and smile.
Nice. Pretty.
Thank you, smiling.
Very nice.
All right, go. Thank you for making our town proud.
So am I. I feel like a celebrity.
Chris, is Sherry out there yet?
Sherry's on her way. She just called from Reading on the way. She'll be here
No
shortly.
problem.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Then, if that be the case, then let's move on to the minutes. I have a motion to consider and act upon the minutes of the regular meeting of December 19th. A second?
Second.
Any discussion or changes to the minutes? Here, we ready to vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Let's see, we've got,
Mr. First Selectman?
yes.
With the approval of the board, I would move to consider item number 14, the Riverfield School Building Committee, next on our agenda.
And a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion, or are we in favor of that motion? Okay? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, before us is item 14, follow-up discussion on Riverfield School Building Committee. Based on a conversation earlier today with the superintendent, it was suggested we postpone this item to our next meeting. The central office staff and the building committee would like to get together on this and discuss some of the alternatives and options included in the presentation that we had last meeting. So if that's okay, can I have a motion to postpone this item?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion on the motion to postpone? All in favor?
Aye.
Done. Thank you, guys. Next up, for information only, resignations from the Clean Energy Task Force. Roger Van Voorhees of 46 Parkway has resigned. Following that, First Selectman appointments. Again, for information only, Clean Energy Task Force. Ronald Blumenfeld, Democrat from 1185 Stilson Road, has been appointed to fill that vacancy. Next up, from the Director of Public Works, to hear, consider, and act upon the following resolutions. Resolved that the Board of Selectmen support the submission of a microgrid grant application to the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection that will create local distributed energy generation resources for the following critical facilities during electrical grid outages: Police Headquarters, Fire Headquarters, and Operation Hope, and that the First Selectman be and hereby is authorized to execute application and a contract and to file all necessary support documents for the microgrid project. And B, resolved that the Board of Selectmen support the submission of a microgrid grant application to the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection that will create local distributed energy generation resources for the following critical facilities during electricity grid outages: the Water Pollution Control Facility, the Fairfield Yard Waste Facility, the School Bus Garage Yard, the Solid Waste Transfer Station and Scale House, the Public Works Garages, and the town vehicle fueling stations, and that the First Selectman be and hereby is authorized to execute the application and contract to file all necessary support documents for this microgrid project. Can I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
A second.
Second.
All right. I believe we have a presentation. Is Mr. Bowman here? If you could fill us in, Mr. Bowman.
Yes, you can. Just a little background. The Department of Energy and Environmental Protection was charged by Public Act 148 to establish a loan and grant program to support local distributed generation resources, in part for critical municipal facilities and for private facilities too. From September to early November 2012, DEEP sought and received much public input in designing the project feasibility application, and then on November 5th issued its guidelines for the application for the loan and grant program. The primary goal of these facilities is to support the provision of on-site generation equipment to critical facilities during power outages. It seems fitting the guidelines were issued just after Hurricane Sandy knocked out power for so many in Fairfield. Now, the microgrid RFP challenges responders to provide all electric needs of chosen critical facilities when UI is providing no service, which gives us a major improvement in reliability. Since the grant does not fund capital costs, the second challenge is to provide the generation facilities at a reduced cost to the taxpayer by other means. The third challenge is to maximize the use of green power sources in the process. However, PV and wind are not considered reliable power sources because they're only intermittent generating power, so they can be used as part of it, but not as a major critical part. The fourth challenge is to operate the microgrid in such a way, it's a smart grid system they're calling it, such a way that automatically chooses the most efficient and greenest power to supply each building's needs during the power outage 24 hours a day whenever it's required. The fifth challenge is even harder. You have to design the facility to provide 120% of the highest demand to compensate for any potential failure in any other part of the system. That generators must be able to operate effectively on less than 100% of design, because you don't want to make 120% of power. Otherwise, you'd be selling it back to the grid at 3 cents a kilowatt hour at a loss. So these are all challenges. Another major challenge is the requirement that the proposer have a demonstrated experience in designing and building microgrids. That eliminates most energy consultants and engineering firms, because there aren't that many across the country that have had that kind of experience. We chose Schneider Electric as a company that has a lot of experience in that nationwide, as well as in Europe. Another challenge is to accomplish all this within the strict public utility laws that restrict how on-site generation interacts with the UI's grid system. There are very strict rules on all of that. And the last challenge is how to get this all done within 60 days, as the grant applications are due tomorrow, January 3rd. Well, we've been able to do that and get it all together, and that's why we're asking today for permission for the First Selectman to sign these documents so we can get the submission in. Now, the submission The DEP is committed to acting on this by February 23rd, so it'll be a quick process. All the costs up to that time are not reimbursable, so actually, Schneider Electric is taking the risk on those costs. If we don't get approved, they eat those costs. If we do get approved, they still eat the costs. But then the second part, the actual design and implementation, is reimbursable under the grant program. And we've already, First Select was already told you where we designed it, and you can figure out why. Critical public health facilities, critical public safety facilities, the ones that are most important to the general populace during any kind of a storm or any kind of a power outage. That's my presentation.
Okay. And just as a follow-on to Mr. Bowman's remarks that may not be obvious to everybody here, Mr. Bowman's been involved in microgrids and the design and public policy with these for quite a while. In fact, it was at a meeting he had with a number of other municipalities and Commissioner Esty, and it was Commissioner Esty who came back to Mr. Bowman and asked for his guidance on how to make some modifications to the guidelines so they would be more applicable and would be able to work. So what we're looking at today is really a function of some of the input and feedback that Mr. Bowman had into the rules and regs for microgrids that allow us to take advantage of this program. Without those changes, we wouldn't be able to do this and participate, and we wouldn't be able to save taxpayer money as part of that. So, Mr. Bowman, thank you for your work and effort in that. And
You're welcome.
a remote thank you to Commissioner Esty for listening to you.
Me too.
With that as a lead-in, any questions from the board? Go ahead.
Just to back up, in the beginning, I missed the name of the grant and the